is ludicrous to think that someone would spend their real-world tangible money to buy a virtual item that exists only inside your computer screen. With advancement of gaming industry and gaming becoming a whole new income-generating niche for its players, new trends emerge. These trends might seem to be meaningless for non-gamers, but gamers would like to disagree. If you are a gamer, this video might help you lift your guilt of spending a couple of bucks for that new costume you bought for your character. But here we are, giving you a rundown of the top 10 most expensive virtual items ever sold in gaming history. Hello, and welcome! And if you're new here, take a moment to subscribe to our channel. It means a lot. Alright, let us get into our top 10 rundowns. Number 10. The Sword. $16,000. Game Age of Wushu. The most powerful sword in the martial arts-inspired game called Age of Wushu was sold for a crazy $16,000 before the game was even officially released to the market. Age of Wushu is set in the Ming Dynasty, China, and the weaponry of this MMO has been designed after the weaponry of that same period. The beta version of Age of Wushu was released in 2012, and this in-game sword was sold to the highest bidder in order to raise money for the official launch of the game. Number 9. Treasure Island. $26,500. Game Entropia. You must have seen people spending crazy amounts of money to get their own private islands. But have you ever thought of buying a virtual in-game private island? Well, if you haven't, someone definitely did, and bought it too. An avid player of the online game Entropia bought this virtual real estate for $26.5 grand in the first ever virtual auction held by Project Entropia back in 2004. What a waste, one might think. But not really. You see, game is a gamer's world, and a private real estate is much alike an asset, as in real world. This player was able to tax other players with real-world money for treasure hunting on his treasure island. Number 8. Ethereal Flames Pink War Dog. $38,000. Game Dota 2. The Dota franchise is considered to be the real OG top dog in the gaming industry, with a huge player base ever growing over the years. Dota is among the first to popularize exciting battle arenas as a proper genre in online gaming. One would think that if you were going to buy something in such a game, it would probably be a deadly, out-of-the-world kind of weapon. But no, an esteemed user spends a whopping $38,000 on a virtual pet. The Ethereal Flames Pink War Dog. Only 5 of these pets exist in the game, so I guess that justifies the crazy money. Does it sound crazy to you? Because it certainly does to me. Number 7. Amsterdam. $50,000. Game Second Life. Second Life is not much of a game as it is a virtual life simulator. That is why it is a second world to its players. In this world, a virtual version of Amsterdam exists. You know, the capital of the Netherlands, a European icon. Well, a real-world native of Netherlands bought this entire virtual city of Amsterdam for $50,000 and plans to make it the hub for players from all over the world. Number 6. Souvenir AWP Dragon Lore Sniper Skin. $61,000. Game Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Bearing high-res logos of major CSGO gaming teams like Cloud9, GPL, and G2, and featuring a one-of-the-kind fire-breathing dragon, this in-game sniper skin serves a purpose no more than cosmetic. During a major esports competition, this special piece was just randomly gifted to a randomly chosen lucky player. This item was then listed onto a CGGO online auction site shortly after the competition and was sold at the highest bid of $61,000. Number 5. The Nest Egg. $70,000. Game Entropia. Appearing for the second time on the top 10 list is Entropia, whose virtual embryo, or egg of the famous and powerful Aatrox Queen, was sold for 70 grand. Staggering! This was almost 6 years back. After 6 years, the egg finally hatched, only to unleash a monster named Phefox, which went on to destroy the famous in-game planet Calypso. But the planet was saved by the collective effort of Entropia's players to stop the beast. And the day got saved in the end. Number 4. The Moon. $150,000. Game Entropia. Entropia is going to rule the top 5 of the top 10 list around here as the 4th most expensive virtual item here, the Entropia's Moon. You see, Entropia sets up a virtual sci-fi world for you, taking you into galaxies far beyond. And the home planet of its universe has its own moon, as in the real world. This moon is now under the ownership of a virtual investor group, which generates profit from it by taxing other players with real-world money in exchange of permit for mining of resources. Oh, I love capitalism! Number 3. Crystal Palace. $330,000. Game Entropia. A virtual space station and the major in-game tourist destination in the MMORPG Entropia, the famous Crystal Palace is currently the prized possession of Virtual, an in-game investor, a player named Buzz Eric Lightyear, who bought it for a crazy 6-figure $330,000. He now reaps profit on his investment by charging real money from the Crystal Palace's virtual visitors. Number 2. Club Never Die. $635,000. Game Entropia. John Jacobs, the founder of in-game Never Die Studios, or Club Never Die, is famous for being the first gaming world entrepreneur. Being the owner of the club where players from all over the galaxy come to congregate and chill, he made some real-world big bucks, $200,000 per annum, and then sold the club for even bigger bucks at an online auction, a whopping $635,000. Number 1. Planet Calypso. $6 million. Game Entropia. The famous home planet of Entropia, Planet Calypso, was sold to the SEE Virtual Studios for a whopping $6 million by the MindArc Studios a couple of years back. This virtual real estate, worth of an entire planet, is actually a thriving real-world economy where in-game currency is exchanged for real-world dollars. However, the planet was later retrieved to its original owner, the MindArc Studios. And with this, we conclude today's video. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon. Don't forget to mention your favorite topics in the comments below. We deeply appreciate your feedback. Bye!